that 40. We're going to call this meeting to order and get us back on track. I know it's the kingdom. Think about it like, I think I'll come over here.
Feel like leaving him back. Other people will watch over him, and they have all the toys on, so he wants to be back there. I can still pay attention.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't know how I'm not. We're freezing though.
I imagine they're not going to be very quiet. I imagine they're not going to be very quiet right now. What's all this? Y'all were in the same room.
We always do.
Follow me. They got Star Wars toys.
Where would you think was up there?
So are you going to run? And he's district at large too, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
Probably. Is the lady gonna take pictures?
When she gets back.
Yeah. Why don't you be here? Okay. Use my phone. And what I'm gonna do, I don't have this. Okay, Dean. So I'm gonna, when we're ready to start, after I get in the pictures, I'm gonna reach out with my phone, and I'm gonna run up, grab it, and give it to him so that he can.
Do you want to do the phone? Can you do the phone?
No, he's doing his.
Oh, you're
Because
also
his
on
wife
phone.
sings. But you have to.
Yeah. She's old school. Martha's old school.
She's in my campus.
You, come here. You might have a better angle now. Even though we're sitting on the same table.
I'm gonna get a lot of front table.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't think I'm gonna move.
Could I maybe borrow your seat for this, for the proceedings?
I'm streaming live.
Oh, you're the streamer, that's right. I don't know why. She told me to sit here.
Yes, it's on too.
Checking 1, 2, check, check.
It'll be the last one.
She needs to be in here for nominations for the convention.
Hmm?
Who can give us the green light?
Committee nominations.
Wait, sound man?
The chair. The chair. The chair.
Hello? Yeah, I shouldn't have to kiss it for it to work, right? Oh, much more. Thank you, Sean. Is Josh in the room?
He's behind you.
Okay, can we start? Okay, so here's the pitch, you guys.
Yes, at some point.
Sing it. What's going on? You just had, that's right, seniors aren't supposed to sing right after lunch. Okay, so that's our first excuse. Okay. Anyway. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Finally got it. I've been watching with his podcast just to pass the time away. Now, did you guys get the words on that first thing? I've been reading Murray Rothbard. Cute, huh? Okay, try it again. 2, 3, 4. I've been reading Murray Rothbard all the livelong day. I've been watching Wood's podcast just to pass the way. Can all people rise up so early in the morn? Can't you hear the chairman shouting, Liberty reborn? Liberty reborn, liberty reborn, liberty your colors we have worn. Liberty reborn, liberty reborn, liberty is now reborn. Singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-O, fee-fi, fiddly-I-O, fee-fi, fiddly-I-O. The ground is who we owe. Thank you very much. So the singers here is Gabby here, Gabby Cordova. Oh, now, how many of you heard the choir in Reno? Did any of you hear the choir in Reno? 1, 2, 3. Anyway, that was the birth. The founding choir was in Reno a couple of years ago. And so then I thought to myself, well, we should, because the states have conventions every year, we should do some fun stuff at the state level, small, funny stuff. And that's what we did last year. Some of you may have heard it. So then this year comes along and I go, well, what are we going to do this year, you know? So then it turns out, I find out about Javier Milei in Argentina. And I go, my God. And then he wins in a landslide. Now, how many of you have seen video clips, like when he campaigned, he had a chainsaw, and he would swing his chainsaw around saying, I'm going to slash the budget, I'm going to cut bureaucracy, you know, very theatrical guy. And so they call him a wild man. He's got this wild shock of hair, you know, he's a wild man. I said, wild, what can I do with wild? And then I thought of a famous barbershop quartet. You all know barbershop quartets for men. So we have Fina and Gabby as our other man. Anyway, so you don't know this, but I want you to step into the mic. So back to who these people are. Okay, so Gabby Cordova sang in Reno. Fina Bonoan, I didn't say right, yeah, that, sang in Reno. And Pietro Caracci sang in Reno. He's this incredible bass. I have to tell him to stand back from the mic. It's very good, but also very loud. Then I met him last year at the Florida thing, and he's an Irish tenor. So would you just sing the first few notes of My Wild Irish Rose? La, la, try those notes. Ready, go.
My wild Irish rose.
That's an Irish tenor. Okay, this time he has to sing the baritone part. Okay, so anyway, back to the story is I go, okay, this wild man, he won by a landslide. And then I thought of that song, My Wild Irish Rose, and I had a copy of it. So I thought, okay, what can I do? So here's what I came up with. We'll just sing it for you. There's a D, so there's an E. Now, do you have perfect pitch? Oh, his pitch is more perfect than mine. Okay, so we'll take his E. And yours. If that's an E. My wild Irish rose. Does that work? I lost my little pitch vibe. Okay, so it's my wild, no. My wild Irish rose melody. That's a D.
This is a D.
Okay. D. So then the pickup note is singers. So. Okay. Next time we gotta have a piano. Okay. Turn it in. D, E, C sharp.
Beth is going to nominate me. I don't know. I mean, it's cool if he wants to. But if nobody else does, Beth is going to nominate me.
Sing the next note. Okay. Ready, go. Argentinian Libertarian. Love wild Where's Theodore?
We had it.
Theodore goes back.
There we go. Okay. This is all because we had lunch first.
Yeah, all of it was lunch.
We're just trying to let their things okay. Here we go. Come on. not available. This is ridiculous. I'll take that.
Try this.
You just need to connect to the Wi-Fi.
See, whole piano,
Do you know
right?
how to do that?
Sorry, folks, it was
If you can get there, go to the conference one, and it's just conference all the way.
Let's just do it.
one. There we go. All right, I got it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, there you go. What note is it?
This is your C sharp. That's
What-
your
What note is it?
C sharp.
C sharp? My wild girl.
And then we've got the
The sharp, my wild. Okay, let's try it. Ready? Go. Here we go.
Wait, are we doing this piece work?
Ready to go.
I want Argentinian libertarian, the wildest man who knows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Argentinian libertarian. My wild Argentinian libertarian, the smartest man we know. And soon we will see how Murray and he will bring freedom and prosperity. Oh yes, we love you, Javier.
All right, anyway, I'm so sorry for the mess up. You can see how, when we get it, it's great. So this is like an advertisement, because in May, in Washington, they want the choir again. So last in Reno, it was like 16 people. We could easily have 30 or 40, and I learned a lot of lessons in Reno, so it should be much better. So if you're not a singer, but you know someone who's going to that convention, then make sure you get my contact data, and because I want a whole long list of prospects and make it really good in Washington. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
USB-C that I borrowed.
What?
USB-C or not, you don't have it. If you don't, it's okay.
All right, let's everybody get our seats.
Please, you need a charger?
Oh,
Will it reach?
that one.
This one.
Amazing.
The connection just got really slow.
Uh-oh.
Just in general, the conference connection.
I'm gonna probably adjourn early today. The only thing that's left is nominations.
It's gonna be a long
Huh? Oh, national delegate.
Orders of the day.
It's live.
We're still recessed. All right, hopefully everybody had a good lunch, ran a little over, but that's okay. It is currently 2:01 p.m. and I'm going to call this meeting back to order. All right, so getting back on orders of the day for you, Mr. Thompson, I've got item 13 on the agenda here is where we left off, which is convention credentials report from Mr. Appler. Sir, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've had a few more people join us at lunchtime, and we're now up to 56 checked in and credential delegates. So 29 for half and 38 for 2/3.
All right, thank you, Mr. Appler. So that is quorum for us there. Item 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, we were able to get done before lunch, so we can save all that and move on to item 21 on the agenda here, which is first call for open nominations for officers and directors at large. So I am going to start with the vice chair and at this time open the floor up for nominations for the position of vice chair.
Deidre Dockery from Duval County, and I nominate Jerry Toporaba for vice chair.
All right, thank you, Ms. Doherty. Mr. Robar, do you accept? Sure. All right.
All that confidence in that one, huh? Sure.
Is there any other nominations for the position of vice chair? All right, we will move along to nominations for secretary. Is there any nominations for the position of secretary? Go ahead, Mr. Appler.
Yes, I nominate Lisa Gansky for secretary.
Ms. Gansky, do you accept?
I accept.
All right, Ms. Gansky accepts. Is there anybody else looking to be nominated for the position of secretary?
Yeah, Eric Cordova, Hillsborough County. I'd like to nominate Casey Mosker.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cordova. Ms. Moskript, do you accept? All right, Ms. Moskript accepts the nomination as well. Is there any further nominations for the position of secretary? Going once, going twice. Moving on to deputy secretary. Is there any nominations for the position of deputy secretary? Going once, going twice. Move along to treasurer. All right. Floor is now open for the nomination for the treasurer role. Is there anyone? Oh, go ahead, Mr. Sokol.
Joe Sokol, I want to nominate Brianna Pacheco.
All right, Ms. Pacheco, do you accept?
She just had to leave. I just talked to her 5 minutes ago. She said she wanted the position.
He said that she left 5 minutes ago.
She's going to be back later.
He said she was going to accept. All right, we'll take it. Yep. All right, there anybody else looking to nominate somebody for the position of treasurer? All right, so we will close that for now and open up the deputy treasurer role. Anybody seeking to nominate someone? Oh, go ahead, Ms. Dockery.
Deidre Dockery, Duval, nominate Joe Sokol for deputy treasurer.
Mr. Sokol, do you accept?
Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Sokol. The treasurer always needs a round of applause. No, seriously, they're more important than I am. Like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, so closing that up there. Is there any nominations?
I was nominating him.
All right, there we go. Now we can close that up there, move along to Director at Large 1. Is there anyone seeking to nominate anyone for the role of Director at Large 1?
I seek to nominate Ed Appler for Director at Large 1.
Mr. Appler, do you accept?
Accept.
All right. Is there anybody else seeking to nominate someone for Director at Large 1? All right, hearing and seeing no one, we'll move on to Director at Large 2. Is there anybody seeking to nominate anyone for that position?
I seek to nominate Matt Johnson for Deputy at Large 2.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Johnson accepts. Is there anybody else looking to nominate anyone for the position of Director at Large 2? All right, hearing and seeing no one, that will close our first call for open nominations for officers and Director at Large. Keep in mind, we will have a second final call for nominations tomorrow morning when we open up the convention. Moving along, this is the first call for Rules Committee nominations. Just like the officers, we're going to have a final call tomorrow, but at this time, is there anybody looking to nominate anyone for the Rules Committee? Mr. Parrott?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Mr. John Thompson.
All right, Mr. Thompson, do you accept?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Thompson accepts the nomination. Is there anybody else looking to nominate anyone for the Rules Committee? Going once, going twice. All right, so we will close out the Rules Committee nominations. Once again, there will be a final call for Rules Committee nominations tomorrow morning. Next in is probably what a lot of people are here for this weekend, which is item 23 on the agenda. So for those of you who weren't here 2 years ago, this is going to work very similar. Everybody has a piece of paper, piece of paper and pen in front of them at their seat. Everyone in the room who is a delegate, so if you have one of these cool black little ribbons on your lanyard, you have 2 votes. You cannot vote for the same twice. The way this works for those, the people with the highest amount will become our delegates for convention. Now, we had 52. Automatically, per our bylaws, the current EC are ex officio. They are going to fill in the first, how many got now? 20? 20, so they're going to fill the first 20 spots.
Is Derek going? Is Derek going? National delegate.
I don't know what you're asking. I thought you just did.
So we're at both names on this one.
What are the
There. And then I'm referencing this right now, but I believe it have the ability to appoint committee chairman ex officio delegates. So at this time, I would like to appoint Stephen Nicola and Michael Smith, who are the for the fundraising committee and the affiliate support committee, respectively, for delegation. So that would bring us up to 22 delegates. From there is the other spot to get the top vote getters. If there is a tie for votes, your addition where you requested to be a national delegate will be the tiebreaker. So those who are registered does anybody not this is working? Any questions? If we don't have 51 names, then we just don't bring 52 names, then we don't
Currently,
we
automatically a
delegation
delegate.
to DC.
It's for national
I
delegates.
know, so there's
It's a national.
hypothetical question, yes, what if we don't get the 52? We already have 65 names.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can still continue to request.
Are we ready?
Yep, even after the convention, you can still continue to request, and you would be added onto the list as either a delegate or an alternate. Go ahead, sir, I see you have a question.
That's it.
No?
I guess 2 names.
Yeah,
delegates.
2 names
All right.
other than current EC
So,
members for
everybody
national
take your
delegates.
sheet of paper, fill in your 2
Right,
names.
you're automatically.
Election and national delegates.
All right. I'm going to say, once you filled out your slip of paper with your 2 names, bring them up to Ed so we can get this tabulated.
Chris Allen.
I just want to make one more comment, even though Josh explained the rules very well. Someone will remember, don't waste your vote that were already automatic.
I think we should all hand our own in.
What county is he?
I'm not sure. But yeah, he's on.
Can we hurry up?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm Lisa, yeah.
Jeremiah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Sorry I missed your talk yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah, it actually turned out pretty well.
I meant to come, but I had car trouble, so I got here late.
It was like the earliest. So it was a weird.
Still, it was a good topic, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it had a better turnout than expected.
I'm glad to hear that, yeah.
But they told me either you have, was it 6? No, 6:30?
Yeah, man.
Or 7 a.m. on Saturday.
I
And I was
definitely would have went with
yeah.
6:30. You made the right choice, I think.
No, I'm not doing the morning slot.
No, I wouldn't have made it either one. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed
Yeah,
it.
no, that's all right.
I'm sorry.
Is it running?
Yes, sir.
I'm not too concerned because I think anyone who shows up to DC is going to get sad.
Everybody, yeah, I think so.
Are we going to have 52 people there?
We have a lot of stuff. I think anyone who wants to have right. How do we go about filling the extra slots left?
How do we feel about what?
The extra slots, how do we fill those? Do we do it in the?
So if you, once it gets down to 0 votes, like, if everyone who's received a vote and then it goes beyond that, it's order of registration to be a national delegate.
Okay.
So even if you have 0 votes, it'll just go in that order until we fill them up.
Right.
It's not on EC that wants to go.
Christian Hurley. He's got votes.
I didn't know that.
Hurley asked me.
Derek isn't gonna go.
They listed people that I could just
already had enough votes.
I
don't even know if they're going to. I know Derek doesn't want to go, but I put his name.
We probably should have put like everyone who's elligible's name up there. But
Yeah.
decided that they're gonna go. I was like,
How you doing, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
Matt.
I was harassing you for info.
You should have been.
Yeah, for
That
the
was,
magazine. Did you see the magazine? Did you look? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It came out awesome.
Sorry.
No, it's completely. I just didn't know if you knew who I was.
I don't know. Do you know the extra copies of that?
They're under the table.
Do you know if the debate tonight's going to be streamed?
Is it going to happen on the stage? Because if so, I can
So
stream it.
it's paid.
Oh, right.
It's
Good point.
paid.
So it's kind of silly to stream it
it's a
if
special
we're making
event.
people pay for it.
We'll have to check. I don't know if it's going to be streamed because people who paid and got the package, they get entry, and then it's 25.
25 if you want to just do the
25 if you
debate.
want to just come and see it. So I'm not sure if we're going to stream it.
You can ask Patrick.
There's a chance what we might do is record it so that we can add it to our YouTube like in a week or two or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We might do that because that way we don't screw the people who actually paid.
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I told some people I was attending, and they were like, "Oh, we're doing live streams."
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, because basically there's certain things you have to charge for to try to break even.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when is the auction? Is it tomorrow?
It should be ongoing. Like they usually do them during each meal.
Okay.
So I don't know why there wasn't one.
I have the Nadal razor.
Oh yeah. Typically, the way we've done it in years
so
past.
Funny. My buddy, he's former Navy, and they kicked him out for not taking the bets. And so he started his own razor company, and he's been advertising. He advertised on Clint's podcast, Part of the Problem, and he's doing these ads that's just him in black and white. And he's like, "Don't get co-opted by big shit." they're freaking hilarious. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and he donated like a very generous amount of razors. Like it's like, I think at the retail is like $3.75 because he gave a bunch, like a big old bag full.
Okay.
And they're really nice too because it's like single blade. It's like they're ripping you off because they're saying triple blade, whatever. You don't need that shit. Big shade. It's all conspiracy.
It's all conspiracy. Just grow a beard.
I think typically they are. They can be synonyms, but I use them differently. Not differently, but I don't know. Because I do a lot of the tweets. And so I might, I don't know. Sometimes one sounds better than the other.
According to Merriam-Webster, they're synonyms.
They are synonyms, yeah. The dictionary says they're synonyms. They're officially synonyms.
According to the dictionary, anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do we have all of the votes in? Has everybody brought in their ballot for national delegates? Last call for your national delegate ballot. Going once, going twice. All right. So what we're going to do here, guys, is since we have to count all these ballots, we're going to take a recess till 2:30 p.m. So it's 2:17 now. It's a little under 15 minutes there. Should give us a good amount of time to count all these ballots, and then when you guys come back, we'll be able to give you the totals. Go ahead. All right, so
She stepped out to change her clothes.
I just called her. Okay.
Let her.
Yeah, just bring in the vote. We haven't made any moves. We had a final call. I'll let it slide.
Did you see this one?
Yeah.
It has one leg.
All right, guys. Well, while we're waiting for the stragglers to get in their votes, we're going to do a little quick auction real fast.
There we go.
Here. So we're going to stick you around for a little while longer.
There we go.
Would you like to talk about this very lovely bottle of wine that we got here?
Sure. So this is a cab, 2018 cab from California. I don't know much about wine, but I was promised this is a very good bottle. The one neat thing about it is that it is
Save it for
named
dinner.
LPF, which coincidentally is our initials. So we did auction one of these off last year as well, and I believe we got $100 for it. It does retail at $100 on their website plus shipping, so you're actually getting a discount if you bid $100. So do we have anyone willing to bid $100 on this bottle of wine that'll pair great with their dinner? We have $100 here. Anyone willing to go higher? $110? This delicious bottle of cab. If you want to come up here and check it out, make sure it fits your taste, feel free to.
I'm not a wine
Going
drinker, my
once.
friend.
Going twice.
Saving my bid for that Peppy.
And sold, Demetrius, $100. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's push that recess to 2:40. It is currently 2:20, so a quick 20-minute recess. When everybody
Are you
gets
gonna
drinks,
stay here?
go to the bathroom, do what they
Can I
need
leave
to do.
this?
And when they
Okay.
come back at 2:40, we should have the delegate list compiled there. So we're just going to do a quick 20-minute recess, and we'll be back at 2:40.
Sure.
I will be right back.
Yes, sir.
There's a number of candidates here
Mhm.
that are going to be. I don't know.
Okay. So the vote that just happened was to vote for and to DC to the national convention in May. It has a similar process, and in May, the delegate will vote who the nominee is. There's actually quite a few that have announced and that are. There will be 6, I think, here tonight for the debate. That's it. It'll be here at 8 o'clock, I think.
That's the 6.
There's still more than that, but yeah, I don't know how many there are total, but there's a bunch. Yeah. I'll tell you in just a second. Nine o'clock, yes. Mm-hmm.
Close our borders. Close the borders. Georgia's gonna pay for it. Stay on. It sounds like somebody who Yeah, everybody got a cross. Yeah, and then basically at this point now, we got to we need to let people know if they still want to get in. And so they can register now, so that way they can hire up on the That's what Ed's doing. Let me see where he's at.
Keep that super. Too much water and bullshit. What do you want? You want to come over here? You're silly. Well, we aren't getting enough likes on these posts.
Huh?
We only got 3 likes on that.
Uh-oh.
Something with the algorithm.
Maybe.
I thought photos usually do pretty well. I'm gonna talk.
And I'm one of 3.
Yeah, nobody retweeted it. I'm gonna go on.
There's a retweet.
How's it going?
Just get a little bit more.
Yeah. I was not expecting the music thing. I threw a tweet up about it.
Oh yeah, cool. Oh, did you get a photo? Did you get a video? Oh, okay, cool.
There was a few people filming, and it was on a live stream. So
Yeah, I want to grab that so I can.
Yeah, check on LP Florida's Twitter. I put a good photo. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, you know, my first cat here, his name is Liam.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I'm glad everybody was able to see that.
It's fun when you control more than one state account to see the comment. It baffles me that nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
I've been gone from New York, but it's still happening. Are you barking? What? What? You a good boy. Okay. How's it going? Am I getting maybe not elected?
I don't know. That's not till tomorrow.
The first thing is, it's not till tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're doing the delegates, national delegates. So that's what they're doing. Yeah. He's a good boy. He does not get enough attention, right? Consequence of Sorry, I can't hear Oh, it gets to decide which candidate they like and who they might want to vote for in DC. So, because at this point, a lot of us have seen them participating. A lot of the state conventions, they have debates that will help us decide which candidate they like best. He wants me to I went to my car, got an auction item, and then I took him out, and then I brought him back. And that's what it is. It's like, can I come on your lap? Come on. Yeah, there you go. So sweet. That great? Yeah. Still wagging. Still wagging. Always wagging. All right, you gotta sit on your chair. Right there. Yeah, see, that's okay. You're a good doggy. Yeah, he's my kid. That's for sure. There.
Are they still calculating?
Well, I think first it would
Is this separate to the Libertarian Party?
It's a caucus. So I'm part of what's called the Mises Caucus, right outside over there. The Radical Caucus is a different caucus, and they have members down the hall. So it's just a group who wants to see their particular things. But yeah. But I'll tell you, and I'm slightly biased because I'm part of a different caucus. The Radical Caucus is against a lot of different people. They don't like me. Angela is part of the caucus. And so a lot of the people who are in power at national now are part of the Mises Caucus because they had enough people to vote them in. And so the Radical Caucus is kind of against it. A lot of them stopped donating money, which is not good. Yeah. They're hurting money. I didn't actually know that they try. Are they allowed to join? You can join the caucus for $25 a year.
Pockets can, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Because I guess we have an optional yet.
No.
You can be a sponsor.
Yeah, you might be right.
I thought you have to be a sponsor, not a member. Membership.
Florida, yeah. For Florida, yeah. I can't remember if I had to donate to the Mises Caucus or not.
We don't make it mandatory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because that's the thing is like one of the reasons that the Mises Caucus so basically we wanted to see better messaging from the party as a whole. Because during COVID, the LP was they were not partial, right? There's a lot of freedoms were being taken away. And they just were kind of sitting on it. And they did not act on it. And so what happened was a lot of people were upset at the messaging and the lack of it. And so a lot of Mises Caucus members were elected in Reno last year or the year before. And the messaging has been much improved. So, in my opinion, I'm sure there's some people who disagree. Yeah, but the right. Yes. Yeah, because to me, like, I wouldn't so much mind if they were more cooperative, but it's kind of like a sore loser scenario where they're like, our people aren't elected anymore, so they stopped doing money. Yeah, I agree.
That's when we stopped.
And the other thing is, you don't need to be a member of a caucus. You don't need to be a member of a caucus. You can just be a member of the Libertarian Party. Yeah. You don't have to be a member of a caucus. It's just you may find people who are a little bit more like-minded, and if you have enough people together, then you can typically get motions passed that you want to see if you're getting asked in the party. So it has its benefits.
Well, there's Josh Smith. Yeah.
I was all happy work for everybody. Most of you guys will work for
Yeah, I know.
That makes it even easier to say.
He told Josh that he wasn't coming and he wasn't planning on running. Which is new to me.
He got a hold of me yesterday. We were talking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to be trying to figure it out." And then he's talking about, "Yeah, I'm not going to make it." Which I actually kept first talking to. It's kind of like the way he was talking. I was like, "This is." Then I almost thought, "Well, just this with you a little bit." Yeah, I don't want to bring that up. I don't want to stir that up.
Still live.
Yeah.
Look at that. Who are the 5 people watching this?
Shannon's one of them. Hi, Shannon. Yeah, I didn't know that microphone was that.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
Reset your sheet like for the delegate list and get it up on the screen.
Whose monitor is that? Whose computer is that? It might be that. Then you would need. But yeah. Make mine now.
Hey Josh, what's your kid's name? I always forget.
Alexa.
Alexa?
Is it a Google spreadsheet?
It's a Google spreadsheet, yeah. So
That dog on the leash.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Let everybody in the hallway know we have the final results. I appreciate everybody's patience in the extended recess to work through some technical difficulties, but we'll give everybody a minute or two to stroll back in the room, but it looks like we got most everybody here. Soundman, if you could just throw up my feed up there real quick. All right, so we have our ex officios on the screen here, and then for everybody's viewing pleasure.
Chris, just made it.
Hey, Josh, you see where it says 100%? Can you change that and blow that up a little bit to your left? Up, right there.
I can't stretch it out anymore, guys, but.
Oh, CP, good. Greg made it. Omar Requero's an alternate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so
60.
just as you're seeing this here, this is the list. The first 52, so everybody from Scott Jewett on up is our delegation list at this time. Now, keep in mind for anybody who may be on the list who's ex officio or may vote in and something happens over the next couple months that precludes you from attending the national convention, please send an email to myself at chair@lpf.org or the secretary at secretary@lpf.org notifying us of your cancellation. One, so we can notify the next alternate that they are going to be a delegate so they can make the appropriate planning. Number two, per our bylaws, if you don't give timely cancellation notice to the EC, you could lose your next delegate slot 2 years from now. With that being said, anybody needs some more time to keep this up on the screen? Yeah, I'll leave it up here, guys. I'll use slide this around. All right, guys, so getting back on orders of the day with the agenda itself, the next item on the agenda is end of the day announcements, item 24. Is there any announcements for the end of the day?
Turn it on. I think it's off. Oh, there it is. There you go.
Mr. Chairman, may I be entertained for a motion?
Entertained for a motion?
Yes. I'd like to motion that we go into Sunday's business today instead of waiting till tomorrow.
Got a second? So that would require a motion to suspend the rules to go into items
I love it. Let's do it. Let's get it all done.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 36 and 37. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so there has been a motion to suspend the rules to take up all of those items on the agenda noted. A motion to suspend the rules does require a 2/3 vote, and it is not debatable here because we are motioning to do a specific thing. So once again, a yes vote would be for all of those items on Sunday's agenda to be moved up to today, except for the quorum call. Yep, Mr. Court. Yes, sir, Mr. Courtser?
Against the magazine, what are those?
Hey. You know, let me pull up my handy dandy magazine over here. Okay, so for anybody who has the magazine, that would be under annual business meeting, day 2 morning session. These would be all items except item 1, item 2, item 3, and item 10 because we struck that from the agenda. Everything else would, elsewise, 3 through 14 with the exclusion once again of 10 because it's been struck would be what we would be going with.
I'd also like to point out, as for Saturdays of the past 9 years, this is record time.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what the difference is between this year and last year. Like taping day. We're the peanut gallery. Shannon's listening.
Well, also the rules committee stuff was pretty straightforward, and there wasn't a whole ton of debate either.
Yeah.
In fact, there wasn't really any debate on anything this year.
I'd be really surprised, honestly.
What? You think? Oh, I wouldn't.
Very surprised.
He watched it last year.
Is
Maybe.
You know who I was surprised was Robert.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was going to.
I would have.
And Robert Fernandez couldn't make it because of work. And then there was a couple other people who couldn't make it for various reasons. You're a little silly. I think when she's staring, that's I give you a treat on Wednesday. That way I don't give him too many. Because he was getting a little bit pudgy. And usually he just knows. He's like, I know today's Wednesday. I'm waiting for my treat.
You figure out what day of the week it is?
Yes.
Really?
I think he does because he gets excited and he goes to the kitchen. So it's like, I know what day it is. I know it's time for cleaning. It's too bad we don't get comments.
Real quick here, Mr. Wozniak.
Yeah.
From people
from the line.
Out of curiosity, I know I've had several people, as you've seen, come up here who have concerns about this due to credentialing and timing and the fact that historically with regional caucuses being on Sundays, that attendees will sometimes just show up for Sunday for regional caucuses. So I was curious if you would be willing to withdraw so that we could address these concerns, or if you would like to press forward.
As after a second, the mic is opening to questioning, so I choose not to withdraw and have anyone who has anything to say come up.
So this is a motion to consider, not a motion to suspend and do the thing. It's a motion to suspend and consider.
We have to vote on suspending the rules regardless, don't we?
Yes, but there's two ways with suspending the rules. If you suspend the rules, then there's discussion. If we suspend the rules to do the thing, there's no debate. So is this a discussion, or suspend the rules to consider, or suspend the rules to do?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All or nothing, maybe.
All right. There's been a motion to suspend the rules to take up all of the convention agenda except for the quorum calls and convention for obvious reasons here. It requires 2/3 vote and is non-debatable. So a yes vote would be to go on till Sunday. A no vote would be to have it, all of the Sunday stuff, wait till Sunday. Does anybody not know or not understand what we're voting on? Mr. Quinn?
Would it not be the other way around? Would it not be voting yes for the motion would be to suspend the rules?
Correct.
Okay. Did I mess it up in my head? Or?
So let me repeat myself here, because maybe I messed it up.
Thank you.
So a yes vote would be to suspend the rules and take up all of these agenda items that are supposed to be for Sunday today. A no vote would be to keep those agenda items for Sunday and we take them up on Sunday and recess till tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
No problem. All right.
Does anything preclude another motion to suspend the rules for a different result if this motion fails?
I don't. Would anything preclude, if this motion fails, would it preclude anybody from making another motion to suspend the rules for a different reason?
No, someone could make a motion to suspend the rules and consider it.
Yep. Okay. All right there. So once again, a yes vote takes up all the Sunday motions now, or Sunday agenda items now. A no vote leaves them for Sunday. All in favor of taking up the Sunday agenda now, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
That was tough. Let's do this again. You got your lanyards on. I want you to hold them up in the air. If you left them in your room, I guess you don't get a vote. So all in favor, please raise your lanyard. Put them down. All opposed, please raise your lanyard.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's not 2/3.
No.
All right, so because we did not get 2/3,
they have
the
people that they
motion to suspend the
are coming
rules
that they want
fails.
to run
So
for a reason.
back on orders of the day here, we're still on item 24 with this end of the day announcements. Real quick, we do need a LPF representative for the Nationals Committee. Now, I know some of you have asked me in the past, well, Josh, I thought you were the Florida rep because you're on there. That is not the case. I am at an LNC appointment. We need to appoint somebody for Florida. So I am looking for somebody to take up the role. If there's anybody, yes, sir?
What does the job entail?
So what the job would entail in very simple terms, as simply as I can state them, is that when you're on the committee, we're gonna end up getting all of the different credentialed or the delegate lists from each state. We're gonna break it down as a team. We're going to make sure that they qualify to be delegates per their state bylaws, submit that to the LNC delegates at national convention so that they can approve them, and check people in at national convention. So you do have to attend national convention if you are going to be on this committee. Do I have any volunteers?
I'm willing to jump in if nobody else.
I second his nomination.
All right. Get with me after recess here so I can get your information, sir, and I will make sure it gets to the chair of the credentials committee appropriately. By that, I mean, I'll make sure I send you the right emails. All right there, guys. Is there any end of the day announcements? Mr. Smith, I see your hand up.
I'd like to volunteer. Credentials committee.
Now I have an alternate too. Excellent. So we have a Florida rep and an alternate, so you can help out as well too, Mr. Smith. I appreciate that. I can tell that was neither coerced and it was completely voluntary that you decided to do that. All right. Any final end of the day announcements for any of us here? Go ahead, Mr. Lyson.
You hear me all right? I wanted to announce a sale on our shirts for convention out in the hallway. It's $20
Move
a
to
shirt.
suspend the
Please
rules
go
to
check it out. And also,
consider.
if you've already purchased a shirt, you can now
I
get
don't
a
know, is
second
it
shirt.
worth having,
for
drawing it out
$10.
and debating or just saying?
So go check out our shirts, much better price
Good.
now. So I know we have limited quantity. Go check that out. And also, Lisa, if you'd like to come up here real quick. Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
We got a few more auction items before we close out today.
Yep.
I think
I got
Lisa's going to speak on what they are exactly.
Okay, Jack.
So I've got some razors from Natto Shave Company. Some of you may have seen his ads. He's had them on Liberty Lockdown and a few other podcasts. He's a former, he used to be in the Navy. He refused to take the vaccine. They kicked him out. He started his own shave company. And we've got some razors and replacement blades for auction. He was really generous. He put an ad in our magazine And there's some stickers outside at the Mises table, if you want to grab one. But he's a really good guy. He did the libertarian thing, started his own business, and he didn't take the back, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
He's showing.
Oh, he's showing. Yeah, he has some really funny ads too. I'll add that. A lot of them are him in black and white video talking about not falling for the big razor psyop, so big shave psyop. So go with a single blade. It's better, it's cheaper, and it's by Libertarian.
Right. All right, guys, so we got 5 of these up here to auction off today. So MSRP on these is $55 normally, so that's where we're gonna start the bidding on this here. So do I have 55 for the razors? 55, 55. 55? Oh, I had Pat first for the 55. Do I have 60? 60 for the razors? 60? Going once, 60, 60. Anybody 60? Going twice.
I
And
don't shave.
Pat, 55. Here we go.
All right. Spoiler, we have more razors. Yeah. Anyone willing to match me at $55? Tom, also, thank you very much.
Oh, I still went in, right? You still went in on these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The same price?
We have another set.
Oh, no, I'm not getting another one.
You want one? Yeah. You're down for one?
Yeah.
All right, perfect, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Shut your left.
We do have 2 more left if anyone would like to match in the donation. It all goes to the LPF. So it's a good cause, get some nice razors out of it. 2 left if anyone wants them. And Josh isn't letting anyone leave until we do. So.
Seal the doors.
Can we get 40? Anyone willing to do 40 for the last? We got 1 for 40? 40, good.
All right, awesome.
There we go. Everyone do
All right, everybody see Pat for that there. Mr. Treasurer, Mr. Apple, I know you said you had an announcement. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, if anyone's leaving the convention and not coming back, please let me or Rachel Hicks know. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ed. If anybody is leaving for the night and not going to be here tomorrow, please check out with the credential team. That's either Mr. Appler or Ms. Hicks. Rachel, can you raise your hand just so people can see you? All right, so either Ed or Rachel, got to see them guys when you're leaving the checkout there. Very much appreciated. Any other final end of the day announcements? Going once, going twice. All right. Next up on the agenda is item 25, recess until 9:30 a.m. Sunday. Guys, have fun, be safe, and I'll see everybody in the morning if we're not hanging out tonight.
Can you put the list back up?